Hello everyone and welcome to my 100 sub special. In the background I'll be having some gameplay of a sprint which as my connection was bad I can cut any corner and not get a penalty, but I'll do a different video on that because I've got quite a few sprints on that. But I have got a 100 subscriber Q&A session. I asked Twitter for their questions. I'm sorry if you could not get your question in, but if you put it in the comments I'm sure I'll answer it there for you as much as possible. I will not be commentating on the gameplay. Right. Okay, starting off at the first question. What would you like to change in F1 2013? Well, firstly, I like a warm-up lap, because I think it's crucial. I love doing it in R Factor. It just makes the whole tension before a race build up, and it just makes the whole game a bit more worthwhile. You could also have a cooling down lap, where you pull into the Parc Ferme. That would be quite cool as well. You know, where you have to pick up rubber and stuff. But that should be optional. Both of those should be optional, otherwise it'll ruin the game. That's my main priority, the warm-up lap in the next game. Favourite team in real life and in game? Well, in real life, my favourite team is Force India. I've always liked them. I especially liked last year's car. And I was rooting on for Nico Hülkenberg in the race. He's one of my favourite drivers, because now he's moved to Sauber. I've supported Lewis Hamilton as well and McLaren, and they have a technical partnership as well. So, alright, the first question was from James Campbell 7, and the second question was from Formula Xbox, the Twitter account, both Twitter accounts. And then the third question, which is from Haunted Horizon or Will or 50 Kubica for the win. Do you think the game is as good as it could be? No. Okay, another question from him. How does F1 by Cody's compare to previous F1 games, F1 06, F1 Challenge, etc., in your opinion? In my opinion, I think that Jeff Crammond's games, GP3, GP2, GP4, were the greatest F1 games ever made. Also, Codemaster restricted by the FIA. They're not allowed to put any fire in the cars. They're not allowed to have major parts of the bodywork falling off. It's just part of the way that it's built. Back then, Jeff Crammond didn't have to abide by those laws, so that game I think is better. It's also more fun. Another question for James Campbell: do you think Mercedes will be able to provide Hamilton with a race-winning car? Yes. Although they've had a difficult couple of years, they have Ross Brawn. They have a lot of good guys there, and they were Brawn, which were Honda, and Honda were, they had a couple of good years as well. 2006, and I think it was 2004 they had quite a good, no, 2003. Yeah, 2003, yep. Okay, now, from Haunted Horizon again, or Will, or 50 Kubica for the win. What's your favourite game ever? Ooh, that's a difficult one. I'd say a game called Total Annihilation. You probably won't know what it is, most people, so look it up. I'm not. I could put a link for you. I may do, I may not. Why do you like F1? That's going to take a while, isn't it? The sheer excitement, the tension, the science, the passion. It's just all together in one. It changes from every year. It doesn't get boring, although some people say it would. It's dynamic as well. It's always growing as a sport because of the way the cars change. It doesn't feel like you're just wandering aimlessly. Right, from Alex Zaffro himself, we have, do you like Vettel? No, not really. He's a bit arrogant. Okay. Now, do you like 50 Kubica for the win, or Haunted Horizon, or Will? Yes. Another one. Do you play Minecraft? Yes, quite a lot actually. I play Tekkit as well. I have it on the Xbox as well. Best game you've ever played? Well, I wouldn't say Total Annihilation is the best game I've ever played. In terms of best game I've ever played, it's easily, by a country mile, Halo. What console do you play on? From Haunted Horizon again, Xbox, but I do a bit of PC gaming, but my PC isn't really up to much anymore. It's a bit outdated, so I can only play games that are like really low graphics and low FPS and stuff, so it's a bit annoying. From Joel Ditch 10, what other sports do you like and who do you support in those sports? Well, I used to be into football. I used to support Liverpool and my local team, Colchester United. But I stopped liking football in like 2008, 2009. I just lost interest in it. And other sports, well, I watched the Rugby World Cup and the Six Nations and stuff, but I don't really follow it that much. I support England in those. From former Xbox again, have you got a why did you start YouTube question? If you have, why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube because I wanted to. There you go. Do you like ice hockey? Well, I used to like the game. I had a little demo of it. I don't really know much about ice hockey, to be honest. No, I don't know much about it at all, except for some guy got his neck slit open on YouTube. I saw that. And from Jordan Lane or Sir Lane X, do you think we will do a season 2 in co-op? I hope so. So this has been my 100 subscriber special. I hope it's what you wanted. Oh no, I've got 2 more, sorry. What steering wheel foot pedals do you use? It's the Daytale Super Sports 3X. It's quite a cheap steering wheel, got it for 40 quid. I think it's okay. It works better on the PT than the X. Very quickly now, this has been cut in after production. Who is your favourite F1 driver? Lewis Hamilton. I've already answered the football. And what is your opinion of the RB9's Athletics? I don't like it at all. I don't like the colour purple, actually. Now, from Matt, why do you use hacks? Even with your hacks, you still haven't won a TGP race this year. I'm just going to leave the no, I don't hack. It's just the game glitches out, which is how I cut those corners. But this has been Alex Stop, and I hope this is what you wanted from my 100 subscriber special. And I'll see you next week.